Seniors, I know you've been told to stay active your whole life. And yes, movement is medicine, but what if I told you that some of the exercises you're doing right now could actually be damaging your heart? I'm talking about workouts that look innocent, maybe even recommended, but they're quietly raising your blood pressure, triggering irregular heart rhythms, and putting stress on a system that deserves protection, not punishment. And the scariest part? Most people don't realize the harm until it's too late. Before you head out for your next walk or fitness class, please, pause. Because just a few smart changes could mean the difference between progress and a preventable setback. Let's dive in. Welcome to Better Aging Advice, the place where we turn wisdom into wellness. If you believe aging should be strong, safe, and satisfying, tap that like button, hit subscribe, and share this with someone you care about. Because it's not just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. Let's protect your heart, together. Quick check-in, what's your favorite way to stay active right now? Drop it in the comments below, even if it's just gardening or walking to the mailbox. Every small habit counts, and your answer might inspire someone else. Meet Thaddeus. He's 71, sharp as ever, with a retired civil engineer's mind and a love for routines that made him feel in control. He lives alone in a cozy brick house just outside Asheville, North Carolina, a man who built bridges for a living and still believes in structure. For Thaddeus, every morning began with movement. He'd strap on his ankle weights before his slippers. "Gotta keep the bones strong," he'd mutter. He'd march around the kitchen while his coffee brewed, knees high, back straight, arms swinging with purpose. Then came the jumping jacks, loud, fast, just like the ones from gym class back in 1968. And to finish it off, a few determined rounds on the old rowing machine he kept tucked in the garage. To him, this was the perfect 20-minute power routine. No gym, no excuses, just discipline. It felt like victory. "I'm not gonna be one of those frail old guys who can't get off the couch," he once bragged to his neighbor. But slowly, cracks began to show. His heart fluttered after workouts. He started waking up already exhausted. His energy dipped before noon. Still, he brushed it off, it's just age catching up. Until one morning at the grocery store. He bent down for a can of beans, and the world tilted. His heart pounded. His vision dimmed. He grabbed the cart with both hands just before collapsing. A kind stranger helped him sit down. She handed him water. Called someone. At the ER, the tests were clear, no heart attack. But the doctor leaned in and said something that shook him. "Thaddeus, your heart's being overworked. These intense early morning exercises? They're spiking your blood pressure and throwing off your rhythm. You're pushing too hard, too fast, for your age." He was stunned. "I thought I was doing everything right. But the truth is, after 60, some exercises, especially high impact, high intensity ones, don't protect your heart. They quietly strain it." Thaddeus didn't have a weak heart. He had a well-meaning, outdated plan. That moment, sitting quietly in the hospital hallway, was his turning point. Aging strong, he realized, isn't about doing more. It's about doing what's right for your body today. And for the first time in decades, he was ready to start again, with a little more wisdom and a lot more care. After the age of 60, your body, and especially your heart, begins to change in subtle but important ways. These changes don't announce themselves loudly, but they affect how your cardiovascular system handles the stresses of daily life and exercise. One of the most significant shifts is the stiffening of your arteries. Over time, the flexible blood vessels that once expanded and contracted easily become less elastic. This means your heart has to work harder to push blood through a narrower, less flexible system. Along with this, your recovery from physical activity slows down. What used to be a quick return to normal after a walk or workout now requires more time and care. This slower recovery is a natural part of aging but has important implications for how you approach exercise. Because of these changes, certain movements and workouts that once felt familiar and safe can now quietly overload your heart and cardiovascular system without you noticing. It's not always obvious that something is wrong, until symptoms like palpitations, chest tightness, dizziness, or unexplained fatigue appear. These signs are your body's way of telling you that the stress placed on your heart is more than it can comfortably handle. Many seniors fall into the trap of pushing harder, thinking that the more movement they get, the better it is for their health. And while staying active is absolutely vital, it's equally important to recognize that more doesn't always mean better. When exercises are done too quickly, too intensely, for too long, or without adapting to the unique needs of an aging heart, they can cause damage rather than healing. This is especially true for traditional or common exercises that are often recommended without consideration for heart health at an older age. For example, high-impact activities or those that spike blood pressure rapidly can put undue strain on your heart muscle and blood vessels. Over time, this can increase the risk of arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats, hypertension, and even cardiac events. It's critical to shift the mindset from just keep moving no matter what to move wisely for my heart's health. Protecting your heart means honoring its current condition, not pushing it like you did 20 or 30 years ago. It's about listening to the subtle signals your body sends and choosing exercises that support cardiovascular resilience instead of creating silent stress. This doesn't mean giving up exercise. Far from it. The goal is to identify which exercises could be silently harming your heart and replace or modify them with safer, smarter alternatives designed specifically for aging bodies. In a moment, I'm going to reveal the 5 common exercises that many seniors do daily but which may be quietly damaging their hearts. Knowing these will empower you to protect yourself and make better choices moving forward. Remember, your heart isn't just a muscle, it's your lifeline. Treating it with care today means more vibrant, active, and joyful years tomorrow. Let's take a closer look at those exercises you need to stop, and why. Exercise 1. Windmill arm circles at high speed. At first glance, windmill arm circles seem harmless. After all, it's just moving your arms in circles, right? Many seniors include them in their routines because they help loosen the shoulders and increase blood flow. But there's a hidden risk when these are done too quickly or with exaggerated speed. When you swing your arms around rapidly, your heart rate can spike suddenly. This abrupt increase in intensity can cause your blood pressure to surge, putting extra strain on your cardiovascular system. For someone over 60, especially those with stiffening arteries or existing heart concerns, this sudden spike can be dangerous. Many seniors report feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or even a brief loss of balance after fast windmill arm circles. That's your body signaling that the movement is stressing your heart and nervous system more than it should. Why does this happen? When you move your arms rapidly in large circles, your muscles demand more oxygen and blood flow quickly. Your heart tries to keep up by pumping faster, and your blood vessels constrict to maintain blood pressure. This combination can lead to a sudden rise in blood pressure and heart rate, sometimes enough to cause dizziness or palpitations. The good news? There's a simple, safer alternative that delivers similar benefits without the risks. Better, slow, controlled shoulder rolls paired with breathing instead of fast windmill circles. Try slow shoulder rolls. Lift your shoulders gently toward your ears, then roll them backward in a smooth, controlled motion. Focus on feeling the stretch and release in your neck and shoulders. Pair this movement with deep, intentional breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose as you lift your shoulders, and exhale through your mouth as you roll them back down. This breath pattern activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for calming your heart rate and lowering blood pressure. Slow shoulder rolls help increase circulation and improve flexibility without shocking your cardiovascular system. They encourage relaxation rather than triggering a stress response. Here's a quick routine you can follow anytime. 1. Sit or stand comfortably with your back straight. 2. Inhale deeply through your nose as you lift both shoulders toward your ears. 3. Exhale slowly through your mouth as you roll your shoulders back and down. 4. Repeat this movement 8 to 10 times, keeping the pace slow and controlled. This simple adjustment turns a potentially harmful exercise into a heart-friendly movement that supports better aging. Remember, the goal isn't speed or intensity, it's consistency and safety. Your heart needs movements that build strength and flexibility gently, not shocks and spikes. If you've been doing fast windmill arm circles, try swapping them for slow shoulder rolls for the next week. Notice how your body feels afterward. Chances are you'll experience less dizziness, more calm, and better energy throughout your day. Your heart will thank you for the care. Exercise 2. Weighted ankle walks around the house. Weighted ankle walks have become a popular choice for seniors who want to build strength and stamina at home. It sounds logical, adding small weights to your ankles while walking should increase muscle tone, improve endurance, and keep you feeling strong, right? But there's a hidden downside that many don't realize, especially when these are done repeatedly throughout the day. The constant resistance from ankle weights puts extra strain on your knees and hips, joints that are already more vulnerable as we age. But what's less obvious, and often overlooked, is the added stress these weights place on your heart. When you add resistance around your ankles, your muscles have to work harder with every step. This means your heart must pump more blood to supply oxygen to those working muscles. While this sounds like a good thing in moderation, the continuous, low-level strain from weighted ankle walks can cause your heart rate and blood pressure to stay elevated longer than they should. For seniors, especially those with hypertension or joint issues, this ongoing demand can lead to premature fatigue, increased joint pain, and even overtaxing your cardiovascular system. Unlike a focused workout session, these walks often happen several times a day around the house, meaning your heart and joints rarely get the rest they need to recover. If you've been using ankle weights during daily walks or chores, it might be time to rethink this approach, not because walking isn't good, but because the added resistance isn't always worth the hidden risks. Better, bodyweight heel-to-toe walks for balance and circulation instead of weighted ankle walks. Try heel-to-toe walking without any added weights. This simple, low-impact exercise focuses on improving balance, circulation, and coordination, all critical for safe aging. Here's why it's better. 1. Balance boost. Walking heel-to-toe challenges your balance gently, helping to reduce fall risk, one of the biggest concerns for seniors. 2. Joint-friendly. Without extra weights, your knees and hips don't bear unnecessary strain, protecting these joints from wear and tear. 3. Heart safe. Because this exercise uses your body weight and encourages a slow, mindful pace, it keeps your heart rate steady without unnecessary spikes. 4. Circulation support. This focused walking helps stimulate blood flow to your legs and feet, which often struggle with circulation as we age. Here's how to do it. Find a clear space in your home or outside. Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Step forward with your right heel touching the ground first, then gently roll forward to place your toes down. Bring your left foot forward, placing the heel directly in front of the toes of your right foot, like walking on a tightrope. Continue this slow, deliberate heel-to-toe pattern for 10 to 15 steps. Turn around carefully and repeat back the other way. Focus on maintaining good posture and breathing steadily throughout. You can hold onto a wall or sturdy chair for support if needed. By choosing bodyweight heel-to-toe walking, you're prioritizing safe, effective movement that protects your joints and heart while building balance and confidence. If you've been relying on ankle weights, give this a try for a week and notice the difference: less joint ache, more stable steps, and a heart that feels steady and strong. Remember, aging well isn't about pushing harder with added weights. It's about moving smarter, protecting your body's foundation, and giving your heart the steady support it deserves. Your body will thank you, not just today, but for many years to come. Exercise 3. Jumping jacks. Jumping jacks are a classic exercise. They bring back memories of gym classes and energetic workouts, and many seniors keep them in their routines because they seem like a quick way to get the heart pumping and blood flowing. But for those over 60, jumping jacks can actually be more harmful than helpful. Why? Because jumping jacks are high-impact movements that involve repeated, forceful jolts on your joints, especially your knees, hips, and ankles. Over time, these jolts can accelerate wear and tear, causing pain and inflammation. For seniors who may already face arthritis or joint stiffness, this can worsen mobility and reduce overall comfort. But it's not just the joints at risk. Jumping jacks send your heart rate soaring in sudden bursts, which can be a shock to an aging cardiovascular system. While your heart should get a good workout, sudden spikes, especially when repeated rapidly, can increase the risk of arrhythmias, palpitations, and feelings of dizziness or shortness of breath. Many seniors report feeling out of breath or lightheaded after just a few jumping jacks, which is a clear sign that the exercise is pushing the heart too hard, too fast. Instead of feeling energized, you end up feeling drained and wary of physical activity. So what's the safer, smarter alternative? Better, step jacks or chair jacks with rhythm and breath control. Step jacks and chair jacks offer all the benefits of jumping jacks: cardio stimulation, coordination, and movement, without the harmful impact. Step jacks involve stepping one foot out to the side at a time instead of jumping both feet simultaneously. This keeps you moving and your heart rate elevated, but without the high impact stress on your joints. Here's how to do step jacks. 1. Stand tall with feet together and arms by your sides. 2. Step your right foot out to the side while raising your arms overhead. 3. Step your right foot back to the center as you lower your arms. 4. Repeat with your left foot. 5. Continue alternating at a comfortable rhythm. Chair jacks are perfect if balance is a concern or standing exercises feel risky. Sitting on a sturdy chair, you mimic the arm and leg movements of jumping jacks without any jumping or impact. Here's how to do chair jacks. 1. Sit upright with feet flat on the floor. 2. Extend your right leg out to the side while raising both arms overhead. 3. Bring the leg back and lower your arms. 4. Repeat on the other side. Both variations allow you to control your breath. Inhale as you reach out and exhale as you return to center. This breath control helps regulate your heart rate, promoting calm and steady oxygen flow. By replacing jumping jacks with these modified moves, you protect your joints from jarring impacts and keep your heart working safely. The rhythm and breath coordination also add a mindfulness element that enhances your overall well-being. Try incorporating step jacks or chair jacks into your routine for a week. You'll likely notice less joint pain, more controlled breathing, and a heart that feels strong but steady, exactly what you want for healthy aging. Remember, exercise isn't about pushing to extremes, it's about finding joyful, sustainable movement that respects your body's changing needs. Your heart and joints will thank you. Exercise 4. Deep toe touch stretches first thing in the morning. Many seniors begin their day with deep toe touch stretches, reaching down to touch their toes or ankles right after getting out of bed. It feels like a natural way to wake up the body, loosen stiff muscles, and prepare for the day ahead. But while this stretch seems harmless, even beneficial, it can actually pose hidden risks for your heart and circulation, especially first thing in the morning. Why? Because deep toe touch stretches require bending at the waist and reaching downward, which causes blood to pool in your lower extremities. When you're lying down or just waking up, your blood pressure is often lower than usual. Suddenly bending forward deeply can cause a sharp drop in blood pressure, a phenomenon called orthostatic hypotension. This sudden drop means less blood, and therefore less oxygen, reaches your brain temporarily. The result? Lightheadedness, dizziness, or even fainting. For seniors, this is particularly concerning, as falls from fainting can cause serious injuries. Besides the risk of fainting, deep toe touches can also put extra strain on your lower back and hamstrings, especially if your muscles are tight or inflexible from years of inactivity or arthritis. Forcing this stretch too early or too aggressively may cause muscle strain or spasms, which undermines the goal of feeling more flexible and energized. So what's a safer, smarter alternative to stretch and move your body gently first thing in the morning? Better, seated dynamic stretches with light movements. Seated dynamic stretches allow you to gradually awaken your muscles and joints without abrupt pressure on your cardiovascular system or risk of fainting. You stay safely seated while gently moving through a range of motions that improve circulation, reduce stiffness, and prepare your body for standing activities. Here are some easy seated dynamic stretches to try as soon as you wake up. 1. Seated marching. Sit tall in a sturdy chair. Lift your right knee toward your chest, lower it, then lift your left knee. Continue alternating slowly for 1 to 2 minutes to get your blood flowing. 2. Ankle circles. Lift one foot off the floor and gently rotate your ankle clockwise and then counterclockwise. Repeat with the other ankle. This helps prevent stiffness and promotes joint mobility. 3. Seated side bends. With feet flat, place your right hand on the side of the chair and raise your left arm overhead. Gently bend your torso to the right side, hold for a few seconds, then return to center. Repeat on the other side. This stretches your sides and spine without sudden strain. 4. Arm raises with breath. Inhale deeply as you raise both arms overhead. Exhale as you lower them back down. This coordinated movement and breathing enhance oxygen flow and calm the nervous system. These seated stretches gradually increase your heart rate and circulation without risking sudden blood pressure drops. They also engage multiple muscle groups to reduce stiffness and improve flexibility over time. Try making seated dynamic stretches your morning ritual for a week. You'll likely notice you feel steadier when you stand, experience less morning stiffness, and avoid dizzy spells, all while giving your heart a gentle, safe start to the day. Remember, the goal isn't to push yourself to extremes first thing in the morning. It's to respect your body's need for a slow, mindful transition from rest to activity. This approach protects your heart, supports balance, and helps you build lasting habits that keep you moving joyfully and confidently. Your mornings can set the tone for your entire day. Choose stretches that awaken you safely, so you feel energized and steady from the moment you rise. Exercise 5. Rowing machine sprints. Rowing machines often get praise as a full-body workout that's easy on the joints and great for building cardiovascular health. It sounds perfect for seniors wanting an effective, low-impact exercise. But when it comes to intense sprints on the rowing machine, especially done without proper guidance, the risks can outweigh the benefits. Why? Because sprinting on a rowing machine involves explosive, rapid pulls that can easily lead to improper form. Many seniors unknowingly hunch forward or overextend their lower back to generate power. This posture compresses the chest and puts excessive strain on the spine and heart. That chest compression limits lung expansion, reducing oxygen intake when your body needs it most during intense effort. Meanwhile, the lower back bears too much load, increasing the risk of muscle strain, disc issues, or chronic pain. On top of that, sudden bursts of high-intensity rowing push your heart rate abruptly, something an aging cardiovascular system may struggle to handle safely. Even worse, the rush to complete sprints often means sacrificing breath control, leading to shortness of breath, dizziness, or palpitations. These signs are your body's warning that the workout may be doing more harm than good. So what's a safer, smarter way to get rowing benefits without the risks? Better, seated resistance band rows with slow control and upright posture. Resistance band rows mimic the rowing motion but allow you to focus on form, control, and steady breathing, critical for heart health and injury prevention. Plus, you can do them seated, which reduces strain on your lower back and helps maintain an upright posture. Here's how to do seated resistance band rows safely. 1. Sit on a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. 2. Loop a resistance band around a secure anchor point in front of you, like a heavy table leg. 3. Hold one end of the band in each hand with your arms extended forward. 4. Engage your core, sit tall, and gently pull the bands back by squeezing your shoulder blades together. Keep your elbows close to your sides. 5. Slowly return to the starting position with control. 6. Repeat for 10 to 15 slow, deliberate reps, focusing on smooth movements and steady breathing. This exercise strengthens your back, shoulders, and arms while improving posture and promoting heart-friendly effort. The slow, controlled pace allows your cardiovascular system to work steadily, avoiding dangerous spikes in heart rate or breathlessness. Try adding seated resistance band rows to your routine and notice how your strength improves without the aches, pains, or heart strain you might experience with intense rowing sprints. Remember, exercise at this stage isn't about pushing limits, it's about respecting your body's signals and choosing movements that build strength safely and sustainably. Which of these exercises surprised you most? Have you tried any of them in your routine? Be honest, it could help someone else avoid harm and find better ways to stay active. Your heart deserves gentle, thoughtful care. Choose wisely, move mindfully, and keep thriving. Thaddeus didn't give up, he upgraded. After his frightening experience, he realized it wasn't about pushing harder or sticking to old habits. It was about listening to his body, respecting its limits, and adapting with care. He swapped ego for wisdom, trading intense sprints and rapid movements for slow, purposeful exercises that nurtured his heart and joints. Now, instead of racing through his morning routine, Thaddeus takes sunrise walks along gentle trails near his home, breathing in the crisp morning air. These walks don't just move his body, they calm his mind and steady his heart rhythm. At the local rec center, he's part of a small group that lifts light weights, not heavy dumbbells, but soup cans and resistance bands. It's social, supportive, and perfectly paced for his body's current needs. The improvements didn't stop there. His sleep, once restless and broken, deepened and stretched through the night. Waking up refreshed became his new normal. At his last checkup, the results spoke volumes: steady heart rate, normalized blood pressure, and a doctor who smiled approvingly. More importantly, Thaddeus finally feels in control again, not just of his health, but of his life. He's proof that aging isn't a downhill race. It's a chance to upgrade habits, embrace new rhythms, and find joy in movement that honors your body's wisdom. If you're feeling worn down or worried, remember Thaddeus's journey. Small, smart changes can rebuild your strength and confidence, step by step, breath by breath. Your heart is worth the care. Your life is worth the upgrade. So start where you are, listen closely, and keep moving forward. Better days, and better health, are waiting. Aging well isn't about doing more, it's about doing what's right for your body today. It's not about pushing yourself to extremes or chasing old routines that no longer serve you. It's about honoring where you are right now, listening to your heart, and choosing smarter, safer ways to move. Your heart is the engine of your life, it deserves gentle care and thoughtful protection every day. So start with small changes that make a big difference. Protect your heart by choosing movements that build strength without strain. By moving mindfully, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. If this video opened your eyes to new possibilities, tap that like button. It really helps us reach more people who need this message. And drop a comment below sharing one thing you're going to change in your routine this week. Your story might inspire someone else to take that crucial step. Finally, subscribe to Better Aging Advice for more tips, stories, and strategies designed to help you age stronger, safer, and happier. Your future deserves care, strength, and joy, and we're here to help you create it. Let's keep moving forward, together.